What is up, PP Nation? Hope today you are ready to get Stuckmannized. We are reviewing Shelby Oaks, written and directed by Chris Stuckmann, a fellow YouTuber. Just wanted to shout out the small YouTuber, give him some support, But no, actually, it's actually super impressive that he was able to write and direct and get a film out there in theaters. That's a huge accomplishment. I hope to do that one day, man. Big ups to Chris Stuckmann for doing that. I used to be a big fan of Chris Stuckmann back in the day. I was a real big fan of his movie reviews, especially his hilariosity reviews. Those are really good. But I will say I did stop watching them when he stopped kind of critiquing movies. He wanted a different route and wanted to encourage and appreciate the art rather than critique them and turn it down, which I get what he's saying, but to me, I guess it lost the value of the whole point of a review or critique. I guess it defeated the whole purpose of why I was there. Just because you put a lot of time and effort into making something doesn't mean it's perfect. I think critiques and constructive criticism are important in striving to make better art. I still respect what he does, and it's real cool. Like I said, it's really impressive and admirable that he was able to make a movie and get it out there.
Damn, this movie's a real eye-opener. Just because we can critique movies does not mean we can write movies.
I mean, speak for yourself. I got a screenplay in the works, and it's kind of good.
Hentai Maids versus Zombies 4.
The plot is actually really good.
Sonic is pregnant.
Okay, it's actually just Sonic Vor. Okay, my bad.
Injecting Sonic with milk.
Anyway.
So, Shelby Oaks. I think it started off pretty strong. It started off in a documentary style storytelling, I guess, to get you caught up on the premise of the movie and the background of what's going on. I thought that was done really well. I kind of wish that it kept that style throughout the whole movie. I think it would have been far more interesting. But still, those sections of the movie that it was shot in that style was pretty good. But it was just set up for the actual movie, and the actual movie that does play out wasn't bad. I will say it was uninspired, or rather it just took way too much inspiration from other movies. But it wasn't bad. It felt like a Frankenstein of a bunch of different movies, like a little bit of Hereditary, a little bit of Sinister. There's a little bit of The Ring in there too. There's nothing in this movie you haven't seen before somewhere else.
No, yeah. I didn't think this movie was bad either. I thought it was pretty serviceable. It actually went by pretty fast, which is a good thing. But there's some stuff about this movie that I don't really like. It's kind of like how you mentioned. It's very unoriginal. I feel like I've seen this plot thousands of times. Every single horror movie related to anything demonic feels like the same thing. And honestly, I feel like if it kept the found footage vibe, or not found footage, I'm sorry, but if it kept like that documentary vibe, it would have been such a better movie. Because right after that whole documentary thing was basically just the intro, and after that it just turns into in my opinion, a generic detective movie about some cult and supernatural things. Not really spoiling much, but it's just very generic.
Yeah, I agree. It's pretty generic, run-of-the-mill horror story that you've seen a billion times before. I will say I thought the scares were a little lackluster too. It's not really a scary movie. There's some creepy moments there, but a lot of the jump scares it gives you, some of them felt a little cheap, I will be honest. To Chris Stuckmann's credit, I thought it was made pretty competently. I thought it was well shot. The pacing was fine. I felt like scenes didn't drag on longer than they should have. I don't know, it felt pretty tight. Pause.
Chris Stuckmann felt pretty tight?
But yeah, I thought the editing and directing didn't feel amateur. I will say the performances weren't necessarily the best, but they were serviceable. There isn't too much we can say without going into spoilers, so we might get into that now. So if you don't want spoilers, I would say it's a pretty enjoyable movie. I think it's a serviceable, decent horror movie. Not the best, nothing inventive or creative. A little generic, but I think it's okay.
Yeah, I agree. It's a pretty serviceable movie. It's like when you're hungry and you only have either ramen noodles or a plain sandwich. You're not going to complain too much because you're hungry. And there's way worse things to eat. That's how I feel about this movie. There's way worse things to see. But yeah, I mean, it's serviceable.
And now to talk about some of the things we didn't like in more detail. So if you care about spoilers, feel free to click off, but not before liking and subscribing. Wow. Okay, so one of my biggest gripes throughout this whole movie is like, why don't you just go to the police? And to Chris Stuckmann's credit, there is a point where she is explaining why she doesn't want to go to the police. Finally, she's like, oh, it'll just be an open and shut case. I think she's more to stop looking for. Yeah, but I guess my whole thing is, why would it stop? Why would their police investigation or them closing the case affect you from looking for your sister? Right? Because in the beginning, they show like the last places they saw her. They show footage of, you know, of them being at that old carnival festival thing and stuff like that. So it's like not the police are like actively searching those places anymore. Right? So like, why would a police closing said case affect your investigation for looking for your sister? I don't know, that part didn't make much sense to me either.
Yeah, I mean, this movie had a lot of things like that, and honestly, it got me Stuckmannized, because I don't know if it's a genius plot or if it's the stupidest plot I've ever seen. The whole movie, I'm questioning to myself. I'm like, damn, why is this chick doing the stupidest things? Why is she like, it doesn't make any sense. How did she find this all of a sudden? Like that was me like in my head the entire time. But at the end of the movie, it is revealed that the demon controlled the sister the entire time. So she was possessed the entire time. And that's why she stumbled on everything perfectly. And it makes sense, right? I don't know if it's lazy writing or I'm just too stupid to get it. But either way, I got Stuckmannized.
Well, she wasn't really possessed. She was more like highly influenced. Like they were kind of guiding her towards what they wanted her to see. Like she was kind of just a mouse going through their maze that they wanted her to go through. But yeah, I think the ending of him like, oh, she's always been influenced. They've always had a plan for us. I think that was just kind of a cheap way to kind of just excuse any other dumb shit she was doing throughout the movie. So maybe it was a clever way of Chris just fucking hiding his tracks and his dumbass like writing for some of the points. Funniest part of this whole movie is the husband of the main character sister. Like he does not give a single fuck about this entire situation. It's actually fucking hilarious, dude. Like there's a point where she's telling him her whole conspiracy theory, all this stuff, going through like childhood trauma memories, and all he says is, "You're crazy." And I could have sworn, man, you heard the PS5 fucking beep turn on.
Yeah, that guy could not care less of what was going on. He was just like apathetic the whole time. He was just bored out of his mind. The actor looked bored out of his mind.
Because look, one of the fucking dumb things that the main character does is she goes in the middle of the night to the abandoned Shelby Oaks, like amusement park and all the like crazy haunted, demented shit. She goes in the middle of the night instead of just waiting until day. And husband doesn't fucking care. Like, husband don't care if she fucking leaves in the middle of the night by herself. He doesn't fucking mind. It's so funny too, because in the beginning, after she witnesses the guy just blow his brains out right in front of his wife. He doesn't even like try cleaning the blood off her face. She has the blood on her face like all up until nighttime. It happens during the day. She has the blood on her face till nighttime. She's in the same clothes change. This guy's already ready for bed in his pajamas, and she's fucking out. So like, hey babe, you coming to bed? Like, you coming to bed? You could not give a fuck. She's watching that haunted ass tape upstairs. Bro just fucking knocked the fuck out. You could not care. And look, as funny as it was, it kind of just made me think, is like, why would you even write her to have a husband if you're just gonna completely write him out and make him not give a fuck? You know what I mean? Like, if he's gonna be such a non-factor, why even have him in the fucking story? Why not just have her be single or live alone? Like, I don't get that. Overall, I thought Chris Stuckmann's directorial debut wasn't bad. It wasn't anything special. It was kind of generic, but it was short, entertaining enough, and I think I had a decent time watching it. I'd give it a 6.5 out of 10.
It's the Joker, baby. Yeah, I mean, for his first movie, I thought it was decent. And honestly, I want him to keep directing because there were some things that I really did like about this. My final score would be a 6 out of 10. I think it's a decent movie, and I've seen worse. Especially for his first movie.
Well, that's it for our Shelby Oaks review. We'll see you guys in the next one. And click subscribe to get pixelized.